Start.
You're starting it?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right, everybody. So we're going to talk today about Irving. Who's the star from yesterday that we're going to talk about?
The star, yes, it has to be Dickey. There's no question about it.
All right, so we're going to talk about Game 1, Phillies Mets at Citi Field. Going into this game, we had 3 straight victories at Citi Field against the Phillies of shutting them out. Clean sweep. And you know what? You don't go into that game thinking, oh, we're going to do that again, you know, shut them out. But it turns out the Mets win 1-0, and it proves after a couple of days that all we really needed to do was get K-Rod in jail.
And how is it possible they won 2 games in a row?
I don't know, and you know what that also means? That means my vitamin water streak is over, and I was able to have some vitamin water last night. Took it out of the fridge, had a little sip, gulped a little bit, sipped a little more. It was great times.
Can't beat
But let's go back to the game now, okay?
Okay,
From
back
the
to the
first
game.
inning, because I have notes. This is what I do. I take notes while I watch the game because I feel like I'm like a Cub reporter there. I'm like little Jimmy Olsen and whatever. And so from the first inning on, you knew it was going to be good. Dickey had his hard fast. I was going to say hard knuckle.
The hard
with
knuckle.
them. And that was the thing that was lacking against the Phillies when they beat him last start. So he had first inning, he had Rollins, Polanco, and Ibanez. Struck out Polanco and Ibanez. Gary, Keith, and Ron made it clear you don't strike out Polanco that easily. And this wasn't the only time he did it. He did it his next at-bat too, I'm pretty sure. All right, and then, you know, the Mets aren't getting much off of Hamels either. It's pretty much, we got a nothing game, a nice pitcher's duel, and I enjoy that. I don't mind that.
Okay.
And the other thing that it was Fiesta Latina night.
I thought it was...
And so this is a little side note before we get to the action of the game. So Ron, Gary, and Keith are talking about Fiesta Latina night, and Gary's saying, you know, oh, they're going to have a concert after the game. Total lie. He had to retract that comment. No concert after the game afterwards. And Keith basically said, I will not be attending any of these things. I'm not going to do anything. I'm leaving immediately after the game. Keith, he likes these...
But he's a Latino.
It doesn't matter. Keith wants to get the job done. He does a great job, and he just wants to leave. Like the game before that he missed, the Santana 1-0 victory, that was like a 2-hour and 18-minute game. He was, you know, Ron was joking. He was like, Keith, that was a game you would have liked to have announced for. All right, so now back to the very important bottom of the 5th inning. They show a picture of Donald Trump. He's in the stands. The cameraman gets a good picture, and Keith Hernandez goes, you're fired. He did.
Fired.
He did. And then we get to the leadoff man, and it's Mike Hessman. Ike Davis wasn't in the lineup last night, which made me very upset, because I'm like...
Well, it was Shabbos.
It was Shabbos, right. And I was starting to think, is this now going to be a thing? Is he going to be like when Sean Green couldn't play like during Passover and stuff? Like, what's going on? But no, so Ike wasn't in the lineup, and that meant Mike Hessman was playing first, and he was making great plays. I like this guy. I think he's great, but I want Ike in the lineup.
You know, he hit about 300 home runs in the minor leagues.
I know, he's good. So he's leading off the inning, and there's a blast. He hits it. It's going. It looks like it's a double, or is it a home run? Ibanez, I think, was the guy in the... I think he's the center. Is Ibanez center fielder, Dad?
No, left field.
Left field? It was left field? I'm totally confused right now because this game... Okay, so I'm a little off, whatever. And so Ibanez, like, signals like this, which is like, are you... Why? You're telling the umps it's a home run?
It's a home run. It's a home run.
But he was trying to say, no, interference with the fan, interference. And so... Keith, Gary, and Ron are saying, I think it was a home run. Let's look back. They show it. It looks like it goes past the orange line. It looks like it hits a pole. Whatever. Charlie Manuel's out. Jerry Manuel's out.
Was that time included in the final time of the game?
That's the question Keith Hernandez had. And I think it's a no because in a rain delay, the time doesn't count.
Oh,
so I think it's a no. All right, so they go, the umps take their little walk. They go inside, and they take a long time. Gary is saying, this is taking an extremely long time. So it's a major, like, deliberation. This is like a court hearing going, like, you know, it's like you have your jury panel inside. And they come out, and when they come out after 6 minutes and 35 seconds, that's exactly how long it took.
6 minutes.
They don't signal anything right away, and they go to the one ump who had stayed outside to, you know, make sure the situation was underhand and
But once it's a home run, they do this
so they didn't do that, and instead they call it a triple. And a triple, that didn't make much sense to me either, but I was like, sure, a triple, all right. I wanted a home run because I wanted an automatic run on that board.
They couldn't bring him home anyhow.
But then what do we have after that? So it's not a home run, and then we got my Jeff Francoeur, who I, for some reason, consistently say I want him in the lineup. And every time it's like, I'm like laughing at
out.
It's like, he struck out, Bronco struck out,
he never swings at a strike, though.
Right, and then Tejada was up, and he was intentionally walked, which made sense to face Dickey, but it really didn't make sense because it was like, why would you want to not face Sahada. Ever since he's come back, he hasn't had a hit. But whatever, they walked, and then Dickey grounded out, I think, to end the inning. So it's not looking good because we're back to being 0-0. Dickey's cruising, but what does that matter if Dickey's pitching great and we can't get any runs? Philly the night before made a major comeback. Philly will score runs, but we got some help from David and Carlos in the next inning.
Yeah.
Finally, the two boys that you want, our two men, we want to do some great stuff. Do it. So we got the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs, no less. Wright hits a beautiful double that goes right over the head. I don't even know. Was it over? Do you know, Dad? Was it over Ibanez's
center
head?
fielder.
Was it
No,
over
center.
Worth's head?
No, the center fielder. What's his name? The guy who came back from injury.
Oh, Victorino.
Victorino.
Right, I forgot
Yeah,
Victorino
Shane Victorino.
was back in the lineup.
Yeah, he really sort of misjudged it, but I don't think he. You know, it was a line that was taken off.
It was a beautiful double.
Right. You hold the camera on Irving. I just want to see how much time is left. All right, Irving. So, okay, we still got time.
Oh, one observation also. Prior to the game.
Yes, Father.
I said Dickey's going to have a great knuckler tonight because when he was in San Francisco.
Oh, this is true. My dad's very smart with this stuff.
When he was in San Francisco, he pitched a great game. And last night's weather was like San Francisco weather.
Oh, it was.
And
true.
yeah, and Dickey, I'm telling you, if San Francisco wants to round out their pitching staff, they can make a great trade to the Mets for Dickey because Dickey could be a 20-game winner.
Dad, don't spout such good things about giving anybody any ideas. Don't. This is wonderful.
Like Lincecum for Dickey. Lincecum would be a big hit in New York, and Dickey's a 20-game winner out there.
All right. Okay, so we go to the bottom of the 6th. So Wright hits this double right over Victorino's head, and it's like, all right, Victorino, he's still healthy enough. Like, you see him, he's still there, he's fine, and whatever. And then we get Beltran. And Carlos, the day before, had a great game, his best game of the season, getting his 3 hits in that Santana 1-0 victory. And today I saw him in the dugout before this at-bat, and he was happy. There's like this look on his face like, yeah, like I'm back. I have some confidence. I'm not going to go and smash things in the dugout. And so Carlos hits an RBI double. We get our 1-0 lead. And then Hessman's walked. And then, of course, Frenchie gets out again, gets the forces made at second. But that's the run we needed. For some reason, ever since K-Rod's been arrested, we just keep getting these complete game shutouts, and it's amazing. But the thing was, Dickey had a no-hitter going. He had already walked a guy, but he had the no-hitter going. And who
gets the hit?
Cole Hamels.
How do you like
But you know what? That's pretty great punishment for Cole. I mean, in return, we pretty much punish Cole because his last 2 starts, he pitches 1-0 beautiful games, and he loses. So, an eye for an eye to an extent. And we continue being the only team that basically cannot pitch a no-hitter ever.
Yeah, you have to get more input from Irving. This is like 90-10. This is 90-10.
Well, he didn't watch the game, and he's kind of thinking...
I saw a lot of it.
Oh, now he says he saw a lot of it.
Well, I did. I mean, I saw it intermittently.
All right.
But all I can tell you is the greatest part of the game was the radio part.
So give us a little insight into Howie Rose and Wayne Kagan.
I heard a replay of the last out, and when he said, "Put it in the book."
Oh, that's my favorite.
That's the greatest line.
That's my favorite. I'm going to check again.
Put it in the book.
Time we got. Let's see the time we got. All right, we got about 1.5 minutes, so we're going to have to close this one out.
Sum this up.
All right, so to sum this up.
Sum it up.
I'm going to Spain in about, what is it now, in a day, a little over a day.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, maybe this is what the Mets need, me away from them. My obsession with the Mets could be, I mean, I'm going to be in Spain, and I'm going to hope I can find like an internet like cafe or something.
You'll find it.
I don't know what I'm going to do, not being able to check scores. Like, this is really... Okay, but tonight's game we got Halliday versus, I think it's going to be Pat Misch. I think they've ruled out Oliver Perez pitching. Yeah, no. Pat Misch, they're bringing him up. I think it's going to be good. I really feel like this could be a third win in a row. Nice is going to be nice. Is Nice tomorrow? Is Nice tomorrow's game?
Yeah.
I just want another sweep. I want something going. I want something going. No, Pelfrey's tomorrow, right? Big Pelfrey. I put it in the books. All right, we want to win today. That's all I got to say. You click that button, Dad, and we're out.
You did great.
Okay, Brodsky out.